What's up, you guys? Hope you're doing fantastic, man. Just want to share something with you kind of quick. I hope, one of the things that we have to address at this day and time is not only the issues that are going on in the church, but the way that we go about handling them. And one of those things is honor, is still being able to honor what people have done and at the same time make the corrections, because God still uses people whether they have the flaw or not. Jesus is the standard, so we have to build from him being the chief cornerstone. And anytime that the foundation gets moved and it's off, we got to correct that. We can't leave it like it is. But we also have to understand that we honor what people have done. I heard, so this might take a little bit longer than I thought, but I heard one time, it was a long time ago, Dr. Drew, he was talking about how people, and he was talking about celebrities, and he said that what we do with celebrities is similar to what they used to do in ancient times when they worshiped in their worship. And in ancient times in their worship, they would climb those temple steps and they would take that baby that was going to be the sacrificed person, and they would lift that person high above their head and show it to everyone so that everybody could see what the offering's going to be. And then they would throw that baby in the fire, that child. And he made this analogy. He said, that's what we do with celebrities in the world, is that we take them to the top, we lift them up high so everybody can see them, and as soon as we can, we throw them in the fire. Beloved, that is not how we should be doing things as believers, as Christians. We should have no kind of resemblance of that. The Bible tells us that we're supposed to restore. We have to call out what needs to be called out. We have to address the things that need to be addressed. We got to do it. David was this guy that did some amazing things. So amazing. He brought worship. He brought presence. He brought amazing psalms that we still read today. But if you look at some of his character issues, you see that he had some things going on in his life that had to be addressed. And if God did things the way that men do them today, then David would have been erased out of the Bible because of what he did in his past. Yet, when God later prophesies through Amos, and then whenever he is spoken of again, the same scriptures repeated in the book of Acts, what does God say? I'm going to restore the tabernacle of David. God still honors David, even though David had all this mess going on, because what David did for and with and through God was important, it was valuable, it was eternal. David's mess and the things that he had going on need to be addressed. Got to do it, because Christ is the standard, David isn't. What David did needs to be addressed as far as his character, but what David did as far as what he brought to the kingdom, God said, I'm still honoring that. And instead of God saying, I'm going to rebuild my tabernacle in the last days, that's not what he said. He said, I want to show you how to continue to honor people, and I'm going to tell you that I am rebuilding David's tabernacle. The things that David brought to the kingdom, need to remain in the kingdom. Beloved, we got to address the issues that are happening. But we don't need to do things like the world, where we take people to the top of the temple, show them off because they're our celebrity, and then as soon as they make a mistake, as soon as we see where they've missed it, and some of it is atrocious. As soon as we see them, we throw them in that place, we throw them in the fire. That's not kingdom. That's not God. The Bible tells us, some of you that are spiritual, one of you that's spiritual needs to go restore this brother. You need to go restore that sister. But it also says, as a brother said yesterday in service, let somebody that's spiritual. Because if you're not spiritual and you can't go restore them with the spirit of gentleness and meekness, then Paul said, you might have that exact same thing happen to you. So I just want to address this with some honor, man. We got to understand honor. We can't let the world influence how we do things. And at the same time, we can't sweep things under the rug that need to be seriously addressed when people are hurting people, like for real hurting them. I'm not talking about your feelings got hurt. I'm talking about people getting molested, sexually abused. I'm talking about the things like that go on. That stuff's got to be addressed. We can't allow that. Don't matter what doctrine, what denomination, don't matter what. It doesn't matter. Got to be addressed. But we have to also understand that the world does not get to influence the way that we do things. We don't get to just throw people in the fire. We're supposed to restore people, snatch them out of the fire, not throw them in it. Be blessed, man.